We're live. All right. Hello, everyone, and welcome to another impactful episode number 7070. With me, I have a lovely youngest guest of my entire series so far, and her name is Payal Solanki. Hi, Payal. How are you doing?
All good.
Great to see you, and welcome. And
Thank
You're most welcome, Pyle. So let me quickly introduce. You might have seen all the banners and posters going across. So Pyle is, as I said, she's quite young. She's 17, and during in her 17 years of her life, she's gone through a lot of things. She's a cancer survivor. She is. She's actually. It was a bone cancer and it's pronounced as osteosarcoma.
you.
I'll let
Osteosarcoma.
thank you very much. Yeah, I was gonna say that I'll let her pronounce that. Thank you very much, Payal, for pitching in. And it was during age 13. Am I right, Payal?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it was age 13 when she was diagnosed with cancer. She has been through several surgeries. 15, Payal?
10 surgeries.
10 surgeries and 15 chemo cycles. Now, I do not know how many of you know what exactly chemotherapy is. It's really painful process. We'll listen to more about that from Payal. Now, despite that, the best part is yes, she's a winner. She's here with us, and she's a survivor, and she's a dancer. She's a motivational speaker and also a co founder for Sumita Cancer Society, which is working towards helping people in the areas of cancer. Now, it's not just, she's also working towards the stigmas about cancer, because we have a lot of stigma. The moment you hear the word cancer, probably people like me in my age or older, they will go to all those melodramatic movies that happened in 1960s or 70s where the heroes or somebody is crying and dying eventually. Okay, so that actually and it's still there, trust me, it's still there. The word cancer scares the shit out of people. Okay, so we're going to listen to her and let's understand many things, what exactly she went through. We're going to understand how did she felt, and we also understand, what is she doing now and what's her plan for the future. All right, with that, I again welcome you, Payal. And
Thank
Payal,
you
let
so much, sir.
you're most welcome. Payal, let me ask you this question. At age 13, did you even heard about this cancer? I'm sure you might have. I don't even know whether you heard the word cancer that well, but did you even knew what this cancer is all about?
No, sir, not at all. I was just 13 years old. I mean, I just entered in my teenage, and I have never heard about cancer. And I was so much in my own environment, like the routine was just to get ready for the school and then coming out and then going for tuitions, and then you go to park for playing with your friends, and then you do your homework. So my routine was this only. I never know about this word cancer. I have never had any idea like about the world, what's going around. So I have never heard about it, and it was a little bit difficult for me because I never heard about cancer, but at that time, just my gut feeling told me that something is very wrong with me. So I can imagine that symptoms of cancer, I can feel that. So I have never heard about it. It was different for me.
What were the symptoms that you started getting?
In
How?
the starting, like I
Sorry,
was a
sorry.
very growing child.
Yeah, Payal, first
So
explain me, how was your life before the symptoms? How was your life? Like you were like all athletic sort of a person, or let's start from
yeah,
there.
yeah, okay. So before having cancer, I was like so much involved in my own habits, like playing and just doing my routine work. Like I don't know about what's going around the world, and I was so much involved in physical activities. I used to play lawn tennis at that time. So kahin na kahin tha that I want to make my career in sports field. And at that time dance was my hobby. That's it, dance was just my hobby. And I don't like to do like I don't like to use social media. I've never heard about Facebook, Instagram, so WhatsApp. I never use those things. So yeah, I was involved in all my physical activities. I used to do wrestling also, lawn tennis, shooting. There were a lot of things. So yeah, it was the life before cancer. So I don't know about the so-called medical world.
Wow, wow. So you've been so athletic in a way, like active lifestyle. That is what you had, you know. So when was it? How did you come to? What was the symptoms? Now let's hear about the symptoms.
Okay, so when I entered in my teenage, I started having pain in my left leg. So I think that doctors also used to told me that she's a growing child. She has reduction of calcium. कैल्शियम की टैबलेट्स खिलाओ, बढ़ता बच्चा है, ऐसी चीजें सुनने में आई. देन धीरे धीरे आई हैव swelling on my left leg, and which also causes difficulties in walking. At that time I was not able to walk without support because of that swelling. And at that time I also had a lot of limping in my leg, so I can't walk properly. So I underwent for so much test like x-ray, CT scan, PET scan, MRI, all the test, all the possible test. But every report came with a conclusion that I have reduction of calcium, and take your painkillers, calcium tablets, drink milk, and all that. So these were the symptoms, basically the pain and the swelling.
Wow. So it's and all this you still had the and this all happened like it all started like all of a sudden, right? In a way, or
Yeah.
was it that the first reactions were basically like when do you think in your head it started? Like was it after some did was it after some crash, or was it after some sport event or something like that, or it just started paining initially?
Oh yeah, sir. When actually there was a time when I used to take painkillers और वो ठीक हो जाता था, and then I am
Hmm.
fine. But after a certain period of time, there was a time when the painkillers stopped working, and the pain increased day by day. And I can't help it because it was so painful. And I used to cry all the time, and I used to sleep with my parents, and रात को पैर दबाते थे मेरा, तब तब जाके नींद आती थी, और पूरी रात यही प्रोसीजर चलता था. So at that time the pain increased so much, and I used to cry a lot. And after that I consulted to a doctor, a cancer specialist, and they suggested me for a biopsy, a kind of minor surgery. So I underwent for my first biopsy, but that biopsy again didn't show anything meaningful कि उसमें कुछ पता चल जाए. Then they suggested for me, no, for the second biopsy, and then the biopsy was showing the symptoms of cancer. Again, the report was not clear where the cancer is exactly located. So finally, I underwent for my third surgery, third biopsy. It was the major one, and in that, the report was clear that I am I'm diagnosed with bone cancer, stage one osteosarcoma. So after that, doctor suggested me for the surgery to remove the tumor.
Wow. 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 And where was that? I mean, where was the tumor exactly in your body?
The tumor was on the hip bone. Like, so
Wow.
doctors removed my hemi hip bone.
Wow. And is it
So
left or
they
right?
fitted something artificial, even I don't know.
Is it left leg or right leg?
Left leg, sir, left leg.
Left leg. So then you went into surgery. So there was a pain. I mean, there was a tumor in your hip bone, and they eventually removed it, right?
Yeah, they removed it, and when I entered in the hospital for the first time, like it was a cancer specialist hospital. I was entering for the first time in such a hospital. Like I've never, entered in a hospital. So I have seen the small children who were fighting with cancer, and it was very painful. Like, and when I went to my doctor, and they explained all the procedure about my surgery. They said that they will remove my hemi hip bone and they will fit something artificial. Like, if even I also asked them what they have fitted, they are like, you are okay, you are comfortable, okay, so there's no need to know about it. And doctors also told me that you after surgery there will be a difference of 2 inch in your leg. It was the biggest trauma for me. Like, I was just 13 years old, and for every girl is so much conscious about her looks. So वो चीज एकदम से it was like नहीं, मेरे को surgery नहीं करवानी, for my parents also, for my family also. And they said that all your physical activities will be restricted. At that time it was okay that I will not do any physical activity, but that difference of 2 inch in my leg, it was like the biggest trauma. And but still we decided that I have to underwent for this surgery, because there was no another option. There was no option कि जिसमें radiation हो जाए और ट्यूमर को खत्म किया जाए अंदर ही अंदर. But यही एक वे था जिसमें they have to remove my tumor along with my bone.
Wow, wow. Yeah, that I can only imagine because uh you know it is said, right, that when the children if they fall sick or if they go through some major things, they recover faster. And with that
Yeah,
thing in the head, it's also the fact that why couldn't that tumor just be removed like I said by radiation, because 2 inches is a big amount of
huge
size.
difference. Yeah,
Yeah, it's really a huge difference, because even if you have even if you're just limping a little, that. And I can imagine it's like actually a mini staircase, right? That's the difference that a person would have. So I can imagine one step on the top and one at the bottom, and that's how you will be in a way, right? So it is shit scary. But I think there was no other way, right? Because that was the
yeah.
only way. Otherwise, it would make it more worst. Correct? Yeah, yeah. So you which hospital, which place this was in? Delhi?
Okay, so my treatment was going in Fortis Hospital, Shalimar Bagh. My
Oh,
chemotherapy was going on there, and I underwent for my biopsies there only. But for my third biopsy, which was a major one, it happened in Max Super Specialty Hospital, Saket. And after that, doctor suggested me for that surgery to remove the tumor in Rajiv Gandhi Cancer Institute and Research Center, which is in Delhi only. And there's the Dr. Manish Pruthi, who's bone specialist doctor. And the day before my surgery, he came to my room and he motivated me that, by look, don't get worried about it. Your surgery will do your surgery very nicely, and you will recover very fast after your surgery. Because I was so much worried about that 2 inch difference in my leg. and already my chemotherapy was going on, so there was so much to no handle on, मुझ पे ही सारा प्रेशर आ रखा था कि पहले आपको कीमोथेरेपी से जाना पड़ रहा है, and then for this surgery, and this was the fourth surgery. So again it was like, and this surgery took 7 hours. Like I underwent in the OT around 8 a.m. in the morning, and then my surgery finished 6 p.m. around in the evening. So after my surgery, I was in ICU, and there was a difference of 2 inch, which I didn't realize at that time because of that pain or anything like medicines and all that. So I was crying a lot. I was screaming in pain. It was not difficult. It was not easy for me also. And then after like some period of time, uh, I recovered very fast. Like doctor said me that after your surgery, your bed rest will be, you will be bedridden for 6 months.
Hmm.
And 6 months, like you are on bed for half an year. It's not easy. And I can't imagine. And they also told me that you will be bedridden for 6 months in straight position. You can't move your body here and there. So again, it was something कि भाई नहीं हो पाएगा. But I recovered very fast. एक hope थी कि नहीं, you have to do, because that willpower in you is very important. And when you have that willpower, you can came through any odds in your life, any obstacles in your life. So I came through that, and I completed my bed rest in just 3 months. And then I stand for the first time with my walker. And then I was in seventh class. I didn't went to the school for the whole year, but definitely I gave my final exams. Still, it was on me that I have to skip that class or I have to repeat that. But still, I recovered myself so much. And then I, go to school with walker to give exams. And I passed with 80 percentage. That is a good
Wow.
percentage. Like if you don't study for the whole
Very
year
good.
and then you are giving final exams.
Very good. Very good. For a student like me, it is like OMG percentage. Okay. Wow. Wow. No, there are a couple of comments here. One comment says hello, and then the other comment says love. Karthik Gurjar. Yeah. So these are the ones that we got it like sometime back when you were sharing your journey. So it's quite painful, Payal. I can imagine, going through all this. How was your, yes, you were definitely going through the physical pain and the mental stress as well. How were your parents managing this? Your mother and your father, especially.
Sir, I live in a joint family, so I am fortunate enough to stumble upon a very supportive system. So my family is very supportive. All are very, they were motivating me during my treatment, and they never let me realize that I am a patient. They keep, motivating me, and they always said that you are a fighter. And on the top of all this, my chachu, Mr. Mukesh, he motivated me the most. He's a social worker. He's the founder member of Aam Aadmi Party Delhi. So somewhere I can relate to him because I'm very connected with him from the starting, like since my childhood. And he motivated me the most. He motivated me to post my pictures on social media. And he said that you have to become an inspiration for all the world, like for the
True.
world, because
True.
I was the first child in my family who was having cancer. And it was the biggest trauma, but still we mustered up all our energy and we decided to came through this. So my chachu really motivated me, and after that I started posting my pictures on Facebook. And from there this journey begins. Like people start commenting that what happened to you, or but after that, after coming through this cancer, I am having like interviews or newsletters out of the country also. So right now I am thinking that it's very important that still the problems are a part of life, ups and downs are a part of life, and the only thing we can do is we have to hang on there, and we have to don't lose hope. This is the only option we have, Because, sir, life is so hectic today. We take our lives so granted that we forget how blessed we are to live a normal life, how blessed we are, to breathe normally, how blessed we are to get up alive in the morning every day and do our routine tasks. There are people who are fighting for their single breath in the hospital, and it's very painful.
True, true. No, absolutely true. I think you all the things you said are correct. All the things. It's just that uh one wonders, or I sometimes wonder, is that, let's say for example, see, most of the teens, okay, and it's nothing to do against teens, okay, all the teens of the world, okay, I love you. But most of the teens, what happens is that, or any people in general, okay, they don't realize they don't realize the power of gratitude in a way, right? Like for example, when we eat food, okay, when we even get up in the morning, right, and eat our food, eat our meals, it's in a way blessed thing, because there are people, countless number of people who don't get that. Now, many times, the unfortunate part of life is that, while people have to go through hardships to realize that it's a good thing, that's the bad part of it. So your uncle is absolutely right in this case. Is you gotta aware this to people, is that, like for example, the reason I kicked off this show was the same, because I know there are a lot of people who needs this amount of motivation and other things. And like you coming on to my show, it also showcases that, you have life, okay, treat it well, because you don't know when the life is going to kick your ass, and when it does it very hard.
Yeah.
And gratitude comes, and there's one comment, let me share that. So Deepika Rawal says that God bless you, Payal. May you have a bright future, loads of blessings and love.
She is
Wonderful.
my maths teacher.
Ah, so sweet. It's very nice to see that from a teacher. Lovely. Thank you very much, Deepika ma'am. So yeah, absolutely. So it's really nice. Now let me come back to your old part, and I'm sorry if I'm trying to scrape it a lot, but I'm just trying to understand all the situation. See, because life moves on, but the challenges, the trauma that you went through during that time is very important. And I want to emphasize on the fact that lot of people just decide to kill themselves. Okay, lot of people
Yeah.
cannot go through all this because they don't have money. Lot of people go into depression. Okay, uh, even for a fact, when they don't get likes on Facebook. Okay, that's a big problem now. All right, so now my question to you is that, you know when you were going through all this, yes, I have seen the photos that you shared with me. I think we also posted it out. How terrible state you were in. And I can just imagine the pain. Okay, and I know that was a photo when you were in a lot of pains. 15 chemo cycles, right? Now chemotherapy is a liquid based therapy, right?
Yeah.
They inject, right? So why 15 cycles?
Sir, it's a procedure, and we have to go through that because it's a medical procedure, and we can't say no to it. Definitely, when doctors came to my room for the first time and they said, Pyle, today we'll start your chemotherapy. And I have never heard about chemotherapy also at that time. So I said, okay. After 2 seconds, they said, after when we will give you chemotherapy, your hairs will fall. And I was like, what? And I was not prepared for that. Like, I was having so much long hairs, and I can't and I directly said them that I don't want to go through chemotherapy. But they said that this is the only procedure जिससे आप ठीक हो पाओगे. And जिंदगी बहुत खूबसूरत है. अप्स एंड डाउन्स आते हैं, बट वो जो एक प्रोसीजर होता है ना, उससे सबको जाना पड़ता है, बट आफ्टर दैट योर लाइफ इज वर्थ इट, क्योंकि आपने उस चीज को इंड्योर किया है. आई हैव इंड्योर द साइड इफेक्ट्स ऑफ कीमोथेरेपी, दैट हेयर लॉस और दैट there are a lot of side effects: weakness, hair fall, constipation, loose motions. There are a lot of side effects, and I was dead. It was dreadful, like, and I was in the hospital for 1 year, so it was very dreadful. But I realized after a certain period of time, I realized that it's a procedure and you have to go through pile. And this is the only time you don't lose hope. But after, when your treatment will get finished, the the journey will be beautiful. और उस
True.
चीज को याद करती हूँ आज भी, तो अच्छा लगता है कि थैंक गॉड आई वाज हैविंग होप, हिम्मत थी, तभी उस चीज से बाहर आ पाई, एंड आज लोगों को इतना इंस्पिरेशन दे रही हूँ, वो चीज बहुत अच्छी लगती है.
True.
सो
True.
जस्ट हैंग ऑन टू दैट. जिंदगी में प्रॉब्लम्स आएगी, व्हाट्स योर रोल इज जस्ट टू हैंग ऑन दैट एंड जस्ट डोंट लूज होप, बिकॉज प्रॉब्लम्स विल अफेक्ट you, they will give trouble, and this is the job of problems. What you have to do is just hang on there and don't lose hope.
True, true, absolutely, absolutely. Now let me ask you this. You during this time of your hospitalization, during this time of you know coming out of the cancer, from the time you went in till the time you got out, in a way, did you had friends who were there supporting you? And if there were, how?
Oh yeah, sir. Actually, my family was very supportive. Some of my friends are were also very supportive. Like I've told you, before treatment, I was not also so much involved with the people. Like I was so much in my old habits and in my own environment. So I have few friends, and they came to me. They used to come in the hospital to meet me, and they used to motivate me. And even my teachers also came in the hospital. They, motivate me that, Pile, don't worry, just go through your treatment and don't worry about the exams, and we'll look after that. And I also used to do video call, like I'm in the hospital, and my class teacher used to, give phones to my friends, and they used to do video call with me. And I remember there was my birthday, and I think I was in hospital at that time, and I thought I won't able to celebrate it because of my chemotherapy and everything, but they came in hospital and they cutted my cake. So in that way, and वो छोटे छोटे moments खुशी देते हैं कि if they are with you, so पायल तुझे कैसे हिम्मत हारनी है, if they are not losing hope, sir, because आप जब आपके ऊपर बात नहीं होती, like if I am suffering from cancer, definitely my family is also suffering. They are also, very
Exactly.
worried about me. So yeah, they supported me all.
Good. No, no, that's good to hear, because again, it's very nice to have a supportive family. It's very nice to have friends. Your teachers also came in and they pitched in and all that, because a lot of people don't get all that, and it becomes life a little difficult. So tell me, when you were in the hospital, now you spent so much of time in the hospital, and again, people on the show, they might be wondering what is wrong with Amit आगे क्यों नहीं बढ़ रहा hospital से. But here's the fact, guys. Okay, is that Payal can definitely talk about, she already spoke a lot about how to be motivated, stay there, and so on. But my point here is that why I'm stressing about this situation again and again is because I want to let people know that what can you do while you are in the pain. Okay, not something that you're gonna go out of it, because here's the thing. Motivation, Tony Robbins is the best person in the planet to give you motivation. Okay, but Tony Robbins cannot tell you what Pyle went through during that day. Right, let's understand that. So that's why I'm trying to stress again of those days, because, and I know making Pyle remember all those a lot, but it's just that during those days, how the life is, because that's what made her strong. Okay, it's not the things afterwards, it's the during part that you live through makes you stronger for the rest of your life. Okay, so now let's come back to your the during stage, right? So you were there every day in the hospital. Now I know even if your family, whoever it is, nobody can stay 24 hours with you. All right. There are times when you're going to be alone. There are times when it's going to be visiting time and so on and so forth. What used to run in your head, and be very frank and honest, what thoughts were running in your head?
Sir, when you are going through so much, definitely there were negative thoughts that why it happened with me only. Have I done something wrong in my life, or God is giving me some punishment for that? And during my chemo days, I used to do the things that make me happy. Like I used to make friends in the hospital, and I used to talk to them about my journey because we can relate so much. If I'm talking to an ordinary person, like telling about my story, and on the other hand, to my I'm talking about my story to an osteosarcoma survivor, so we can relate so much. So I made friends in the hospital also. I made friends like my nurses, my doctors, and we used to talk to each other. And then I used to watch TV, phone. But and at that time I love to study also. So I used to study the books. There was a playroom in our hospital. I can't walk, but I used to read books, and there were some of the video games that I used to. So I just want to say that if you are going through anything, do the things that make you happy, एंड जस्ट फोकस ऑन द पॉजिटिव पॉइंट्स कि इस चीज के अच्छे परिणाम क्या हो सकते हैं. आई टेक कैंसर एज अ ब्लेसिंग इन माई लाइफ, कि अगर कैंसर नहीं होता तो शायद मुझे रियलाइज नहीं होता हाउ लकी आई एम, हाउ ब्लेस्ड आई एम टू लिव अ नॉर्मल लाइफ. With that, cancer also changes my life in a very positive way in terms of personality. Before treatment, I don't have my own identity, but now today people knows me because I'm a cancer fighter. If I go somewhere, they used to said that you are Payal Solanki, that Facebook wali ladki, you are a cancer fighter, used to post videos. So I just do the things that make you happy, and just
True.
stop thinking about negative points.
True, true. No, absolutely. I think you like exactly the point, so there are negative thoughts, okay, because that's what I just wanted to understand, is because nobody just can't be like, okay, I'm gonna be positive all the while. It doesn't work. Let's be very honest, it doesn't work. It's all in your head, okay. It's your choice to make the good things. Like I always say this, there are people who are crying and cribbing or so much that if you make them the world's king, they'll still cry and say that, oh, you know what, ye thon acha nahi hai. So you will find people in every situation, okay. There is gonna be negative in your head. It's just the way how do you handle it and fight it, okay. And secondly, yes, definitely, I think one of the things you said right now, which also always keeps me wondering, is that same thing, why people have to go through a hell before they realize that they are blessed. Why can't people just understand that their life is good without going through hell? Okay, so I think that's one of the message I would love you to circulate as well, because I tell this to everyone. My father died at 14 when I was 14. I've been working since like 25 years now, and I
Yeah,
always say this to people. People say that, oh, Amit, you've done so many things on your side. I said, no, don't think that way. Okay, be happy that you have your parents. Okay, be happy that you have your health. All I'm asking you is that when you get up in the morning, just say thank you. That's all you need to do, nothing else. I don't care if you pray or you don't. You don't have to go through the trouble to realize that life is beautiful. Okay, that's all. So I think that's really powerful, and I appreciate that you shared a lot of things that are really troublesome, and you've been through lot of challenges, okay. But here's the good part, okay. Like you said, you're very young. Okay, and there's so many things that you have to do in life. There's still many challenges that you have to go through, right? Many.
yeah,
This was just one of them. It was a physical torture in a way, right? There are many more challenges will come, but you are
yeah,
much prepared now as a human being
yeah,
than
yeah,
other counterparts of your age,
yeah,
correct? how do you think you can help your teenage people to share with them that, जो भी हमारी लाइफ है उससे खुश रहो, and not like, how would you prepare them? What are your thoughts for them?
First of all, who all are watching this video, and for all the teenagers, challenges are a part of life, and challenges makes you strong. And ups and downs are also part of life, because even a straight line in an ECG means that you are not alive. So when you have ups and downs, you get prepared for it and just enjoy, because life is so unpredictable. You don't know what the next moment holds for you. And we are so much busy in our lives. There's so much competition in our lives that we forget to enjoy our present. And I know that life is all about difficulties, but somewhere you have, it's not all about difficulties also, but but God have prepared something for better in your life. अगर आपके साथ ये चीज हो रही है तो शायद आपके अच्छे के लिए होगी. So just try to find out something positive in the negative things also, because something is better planned for you. So right now जब मुझे कैंसर हुआ था सर, तो मैं यही सोचती थी कि क्यों हुआ, एंड ऑल दैट नेगेटिव थॉट्स. लाइक नाउ कमिंग थ्रू इट, आई थॉट दैट अगर मुझे हुआ, एंड आई फील सो ब्लेस्ड कि कैंसर होने के बाद मुझे इतनी सारी चीजों की रियलाइजेशन हुई, एंड माय लाइफ चेंजेस सो मच. टुडे आई हैव माय ओन आइडेंटिटी. So if you are having problems in your life, just accept that and just go with the flow.
Fair enough. Yeah, like, I agree that challenges are gonna come, and you gotta move on and continue. I completely agree on that. So now, what are you doing these days? I mean, so which class or standard? I don't know how it is in you are in now.
I'm in 11th class right now, and it has been 4 years of my treatment.
Yeah.
Like my treatment started in 2017 and it get over in 2018. It's 2022 going on, and I'm preparing for my final exams.
Wow.
And and also I want that apart from studies, we have to do something which
Hmm.
can inspire the world. Like
Hmm.
you can do the things which in which you are having your passion, or जिस चीज में आपका talent है, anything like that. uh, Today I'm a dancer, and I used to give stage performances on cancer events only. And sir, I'm living with disability, because at that time I was having 2 inch of difference in my leg. But बोलते हैं ना कि बच्चा जल्दी रिकवर कर जाता है. So right now I'm having 1 inch of difference in my leg, एंड स्टिल उस चीज को साइड में रखते हुए आई एम मेकिंग बेस्ट ऑफ इट, कि भाई अगर जिंदगी में प्रॉब्लम्स है कोई नहीं, इफ आई एम लिम्पिंग इट्स ओके. बिकॉज सर द कंसेप्ट ऑफ ब्यूटी इज ऑल्सो वेरी important in a cancer treatment, because society judges you on your physical appearance. Like for example, if you go in a party and if you are not wearing good clothes, then definitely they will pass comments on you. So beauty, because society definitely judges you. So but for me, like when you smile and can see someone's spirit coming through, that makes you the most beautiful person. And just be proud of who you are and not ashamed how someone else sees you. पहले मैं भी बहुत सोचती थी कि यार आई एम लिम्पिंग, एंड इफ आई गो आउटसाइड हाउ पीपल विल लुक एट मी दैट शी इज लिम्पिंग एंड एनीथिंग लाइक दैट, because every girl is so much conscious about her looks. But just be proud of who you are and just go with the flow.
No, I agree. Even forget girls. Even boys are very conscious of their looks. Why not? I have been through
Yeah.
4 facial paralysis so far, and my jaw used to be here, this side, and it took me 4 months of electric shocks on my face to get it where it is now. And it's still not proper, by the way. It's still not proper. If I remove my glasses, I can't blink properly. My face doesn't work function well. Four paralysis. But of course I am conscious. Okay, so at this age as well. So but here's the thing, you're absolutely right. The whole point is that, my way is that if you don't like my face, I can't help it. Okay, close your eyes. That's all I can say. But that will not stop me. That will not stop me to share what I want to share.
Definitely. Yeah,
uh, so I appreciate that, and that you don't have that thought anymore in your head, because don't keep it, because you will find idiots all the time. Okay, let me put it this way.
definitely.
You will always find idiots, and they're more than you'll find them. Okay, so
Yeah,
just see how things work out, and pick and choose. It doesn't matter. But I think
yeah.
you're doing very good, that Pile, you're actually spreading so much of joy and hope, I would say, because hope is really, really essential. So, what are you doing with, being a co-founder of Sumita Cancer Society? What are you doing there?
Sir, Sumita Cancer Society is basically in West Bengal, and I have opened its first branch in New Delhi. So it
Wow.
works for the society to remove stigmas. They also have a screening test for cervical cancer, breast cancer, because they are very common in India, and there are rural areas, even in foreign countries. There are areas where people are not aware of it, and awareness is very important because when you are aware of your like body also, like हम बोलते हैं ना कि सर पैसे खर्च करने के लिए हम हॉस्पिटल भी नहीं जाते हैं बिकॉज हम नॉर्मल है तो हमें बॉडी चेकअप की क्या जरूरत है। एक वो चीज होती है। सो अवेयरनेस इज
Yeah.
ऑल्सो वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट कि जस्ट कि जितना आप अवेयर कर सको लोगों को ताकि वो उतने ही ज्यादा आगे के लिए सावधान हो जाए कि भाई
True.
ऐसे भी अगर आपको सिम्टम्स नजर आते हैं। अब लोगों को यही नहीं पता, अगर थोड़ी सी खांसी हो जाती है ठीक है मेडिसिन ले लिया, अगर लंबे समय तक रहती है तो कुछ कुछ लोग होते हैं ना कि हॉस्पिटल नहीं जाते, मे बी कुछ सीरियस हो या एनीथिंग लाइक दैट। सो अवेयरनेस इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट कि थोड़ा सा नॉलेज हमें होना चाहिए कि अगर हमें थोड़े से भी सिम्टम्स दिखाई देते हैं तो हम हॉस्पिटल जाएं और उसका इलाज करवाएं और उसको जल्दी डिटेक्ट कर सके। So we are also, working on awareness in rural areas.
True. No, that's really nice. That's really nice, because I completely agree. The first step to do any action is to first be aware of that, and then only then you can take the action. Whether you take it towards the positive side or you screw up your life furthermore, but at least be aware what's going on. So that's a good thing. That's a good thing. So you help. So basically, you also help people here in Delhi and in rural areas to spread that awareness, right? With the help of Sumita Cancer Society.
Yes, sir.
How do
And
you?
right now it's through social media only because of the COVID
Of course.
situation.
No, I think that's still a very powerful media to reach many more people than physical way.
Yeah.
How do you remove, like, what do you talk when it comes to stigmas? Like, what sort of fears that people have, or what do they think when you go to them? What do you talk?
Sir, the first thought came to our mind after hearing the word cancer is death. Because लोग इतना डर जाते हैं क्योंकि वो सोचते हैं that there is no life after cancer. But आज इंडिया इतना एडवांस हो चुका है, इतनी अच्छी अच्छी टेक्नोलॉजीज आ चुके हैं ऑल ओवर द वर्ल्ड कि आप लास्ट स्टेज के कैंसर को भी ट्रीट कर सकते हैं एंड इट इज क्योरेबल। अगर आपको अच्छा ट्रीटमेंट मिल रहा है, डेफिनेटली एट द सेम टाइम अगर आप हिम्मत रख रहे हैं कि नहीं भाई मैं इस चीज से बाहर आ सकता हूँ। एंड जब भी मैं जाती हूँ तो पहली बात लोग मेरे को देखते हैं एंड देयर लाइक यू आर अ कैंसर फाइटर, यू डजंट लुक लाइक, बिकॉज आई एम सो यंग एंड एकदम से भी लगता नहीं है कि आई हैव गॉन थ्रू सो मच। सो मैं उनको अपनी स्टोरी बताती हूँ, उनसे अपनी स्टोरी शेयर करती हूँ एंड कहीं ना कहीं एक बार के लिए लोग अपने बारे में जरूर सोचते हैं कि हमें ये चीज नहीं होनी चाहिए। तो फिर हम उनको ट्राई करते हैं अलग अलग चीजों के थ्रू अवेयरनेस फैलाने के लिए। हम उनको लाइक वी ऑल्सो यूज टू ऑर्गेनाइज कैंप्स कि भाई कैंप, आप कैंप में आ रहे हो तो आपका फुल बॉडी चेकअप हो रहा है। अगर आपको कोई सिम्टम डिटेक्ट होता है देन वी विल गाइड यू फर्दर कि आप कौन से हॉस्पिटल में ट्रीट कराएं एंड फिर आपको क्या क्या हेल्प मिल सकती है। तो मैं यही कोशिश करती हूँ कि हर घर हर जगह जाके उनको अपनी स्टोरी बताऊं और उनको बताऊं कि आई वाज आल्सो लिविंग अ नॉर्मल लाइफ। बट एकदम से ये चीज हुई, एंड इट कैन हैपन विद एनीवन। एक पहले सोसाइटी में रहता था कि एक एज मान के चलते थे कि बच्चों को कैंसर नहीं हो सकता, देयर इज एन एज कि 40+ लोगों को कैंसर हो गया। But there are cases, there are children of 2 years, 3 years who are having blood cancer, and I used to show them videos also. So वो कहीं ना कहीं एक खुद के लिए भी होता है ना, कि वो कहीं ना कहीं थोड़ा सा तो वो डर जाते हैं कि इस चीज, अगर ये चीज ना ही हो तो हम इसको कोशिश करें कि इसके सिम्टम्स पकड़ें, एंड हम उनको एक बुक देते हैं, बुकलेट जिसमें सिम्टम्स लिखे होते हैं, अगर आपको ज्यादा प्रॉब्लम लग रही है सो प्लीज चेक गेट एंड चेक गेट योरसेल्फ।
Wow, that's really nice. That's really nice that you are also part of this. You're also getting your education. You're focusing on your life, and also trying to help a foundation move forward and enter into new areas. I mean, when I say new areas, as in new areas of physical boundaries, and like in Delhi now from West Bengal, and probably also guide being a part of this social cause. Because here's the thing, uh, what I've learned in last couple of decades is that the only one of the biggest thing that you or any human being can do their best to die peacefully is to give back without expecting anything in return. And what you're doing right now is that giving back, and that's a very beautiful thing. So continue doing that, and I really applaud for that to you. And now, wow, it's already 46 minutes. It always happens, मैं जब भी गेस्ट के साथ रहता हूँ टाइम फ्लाई हो ही जाता है बात करते करते. So Payal, let me ask you one last question. Okay, now this is a common question that I ask to every guest of mine. So tell me, do you think that sharing stories can actually impact people's life?
Yes, sir. It can actually impact, and sharing story is very important because your life may feel ordinary to you, but it might seem extraordinary to someone else. And when you can connect with people, it helps us to live happy and healthy. And every story shared is a chance to make someone feel less alone. And definitely, speaking up about your experience can help you to create change, start conversations, and to connect with different people around the world. सो
Lovely.
स्टोरी शेयरिंग इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट। आई गेस मैं भी कभी किसी की स्टोरी देखती हूँ, आई ऑल्सो गेट मोटिवेटेड, शायद मेरी कोई स्टोरी देखे दे ऑल्सो गेट मोटिवेटेड। सो इट्स वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट टू गेट मोटिवेशन इन लाइफ बिकॉज देर आर पार्ट्स इन अ लाइफ, कहीं ना कहीं वो सिचुएशन आती है, हम हिम्मत हार जाते हैं एंड हम सोचते हैं वी आर नॉट कैपेबल। हम पहले सोसाइटी के बारे में सोचते हैं, सो डोंट कंप्लेन व्हाट द सोसाइटी थिंक्स अबाउट यू और व्हाट यू आर नॉट कैपेबल ऑफ। Show the society that what you are capable of.
Fantastic. Love that. Love that. Uh, it, love the answer. Really love the answer. That yes, you don't have to believe on society and your capability, instead of show your capability and show it the other way around. Fantastic. I have one question before I would like to end the show. There's one question that has come up from Harish Negi. He says, my mother, a breast cancer survivor, what are the steps you suggest to avoid future relapse or being proactive? Communities to join, if you have any communities that you can say to join for
Okay.
awareness.
Okay, like for any survivor when you came through cancer, कहीं ना कहीं एक रिपैल्स का डर रहता है, but what you can do is maintain a very healthy lifestyle, exercise daily, eat healthy, avoid as much as junk food as you can. कभी कभी occasionally चलता है, so एक healthy lifestyle maintain करना is very important, सिर्फ वही हमारे हाथ में है। उसके साथ जो आपके रूटीन चेकअप्स होते हैं दे आर वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट, जैसे डॉक्टर आपको सजेस्ट करते हैं, क्योंकि क्या होता है सर, ट्रीटमेंट को 3 साल हो गए, 4 साल हो गए, 5 साल हो गए, उसके बाद ना हम चेकअप करना छुड़वा देते हैं कि अब तो हम ठीक हो गए, अब क्या करना है हॉस्पिटल जाके। सो दैट कॉन्टिन्यूअस चेकअप इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट। जो भी डॉक्टर्स आपको सजेस्ट करता है, मेंटेन अ वेरी हेल्दी लाइफस्टाइल, ये दो चीजें हैं। एंड आप कम्युनिटीज के लिए यू कैन लाइक आई एम ऑल्सो कनेक्टेड विद अ लॉट ऑफ कम्युनिटीज, एंड you can find it on social media also, and they can contact me like as well.
I think Harish, one of the good things is that you can contact Payal and connect with her, and eventually you can also join and see further. And just like to share this just with the audience and with you, Payal. So my mother was a breast cancer last stage. Okay, we had to remove both her breasts, and she survived. So this is very interesting. So when she came out of the surgery, the doctor came to me and he said that, you know what, and I was 20, I don't know, 21, 22 that time, and alone because my father is no more anyways. I don't have any brother sister, no joint family or anything. Okay, so just me. And he came out and he's like, you know what, I do not know whether she live for next 1 hour, 1 day, 1 month, 1 year, I don't know, but not more than a year. And I said, okay, because there's no other choice, right? I don't have any other thing to say to him. I said, okay. And we continued. We continued. And she eventually lived for 9 years after that. And then she passed away. Okay, because she was old, and there are many other things. It was stage 4, you can imagine. It's quite so. That's why one of the things, cancer and those areas are a little close to my heart, because it is quite painful in a way. Okay, and it's not just to the patient, it's to the surrounding. It's very very challenging for the people who are surrounding the patient, because they have to be in a motivated state of life irrespective of how they feel, you know so that's the reason one of the questions I asked was, how were your parents? Because I know they were be motivating to you, but it would be quite challenging inside their head, inside their mind, and the emotions that would run through in them, because you're very young, and seeing you in that state would practically kill them every single day. So I am glad that things are better. So thanks, Harish, for the question. And with that, I would like to request all my guests that please connect with Payal. There's a long way that she has in her future. We don't know where she would land up, in what area, in what field, doing something amazing another decade down the line. Connect with her, see how you can be a part of Sumita Cancer Society, spreading the news, or at least if you want to connect with her and understand more about her cancer, how she came out, what are the diets she follow, how are things going on. And like she said, stories impact. We all know that. So please connect with her. All the platforms that she has mentioned. So there's YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram, which are mentioned in the all the three platforms, that is LinkedIn, YouTube, and Facebook, that we are live. And I'm just making sure that I Harish says thanks, by the way. And there you
Okay.
go. This is the most easiest way. Payal Solanki 9528. Connect with her. And if you want to come to my show, or if you feel that any of the guests, any of your family members or anyone you feel that should be part of this show and share their story and impact people like how Payal did, just ping me. Okay, ping me and I'll connect with you. And with that, Payal, I give the mic to you for your final words that you want to share with the audience.
Yeah, at last I want to say that problems are a part of life. Just accept that, go with the flow, and we all have future plans, and it's okay. But it's not okay to enjoy our present. Enjoy your present and live every small moment of your life. क्योंकि वही अच्छी चीजें आगे चलकर याद आती है. एंड जस्ट बी प्राउड ऑफ हु यू आर एंड डोंट वरी अबाउट द सोसाइटी बिकॉज उनका काम ही है बोलना. नो, सो जस्ट go with the flow. Just enjoy your life.
Fantastic. I like that. The major takeaway is don't bother about the society. Okay. Society is what you form and not what you think. With that, Payal, thank you very much. And God bless you, my dear. And impact millions and billions of life more in many other ways. Many more ways. You got a long life and a fantastic life ahead. So impact them in all the other ways that you can. Of course, with your story right now, and may your story grow to such a beautiful thing that you have several more amazing events that you can share with us. All right. Take care. God bless. And special thanks to your chachu and to your parents for going through all this and supporting you to the best during your hard times.
And it was lovely, sir, talking to you. Like you also have gone through a lot of things, and everyone does. And again, what we can do is just don't to lose hope.
True.
So,
Absolutely. Absolutely. Fantastic. With that, we end another impactful episode number 70. Have a fantastic day, everybody in India and in Australia and wherever you are right now. And I think it's still Saturday. So enjoy your Sunday. God bless all. Bye.